The Prince of Egypt is a movie I've been trying to watch for a couple months now, and I finally got the chance to watch it just a couple days ago. So today I think it'll be kind of fun to just give my review of it, as this was my first time watching it. So yeah, let's talk about it. I've actually already made like one edit on this movie, even though I hadn't seen the movie. I have seen like a couple clips of it, and the clip that I made the video on, this show right here. Yeah, that's like I saw this clip. I also saw the when he split the Red Sea. Those are the clips that I seen. And so, like, when I saw the movie for the first time, one thing that kind of did surprise me was the fact that they were singing. I actually didn't know this movie was gonna have music in it, and that the characters were gonna sing. I did not know that. So when the movie started and they started singing, I was actually surprised. Not gonna lie. And overall, I actually didn't mind that. I actually didn't mind the fact that they were singing, which I thought was gonna bother me, but not. It's actually like really good, and some of the songs are actually like very like they're very good songs. You know, they're like the songs that you could definitely listen to like here and there, and like they're actually very well made. Another thing I want to talk about is how the movie's like accurate to the Bible. Now, I did finish reading the story of Moses in the Bible. I haven't finished reading the whole Bible, but I did finish the story of Moses. And I saw this video that said that the movie is actually like over 90% accurate to the Bible. So while it's not like 100% accurate, it is very accurate to the original story. I was actually surprised by that. Like, it's very accurate, and I actually do think that helps it out a lot. But I also think it not being 100% accurate kind of helps the movie out a little, just a little bit. Because if it was 100% accurate, like in the Bible, it was Aaron who was the one who used the staff to turn to a snake, and it was Aaron who used the staff to turn the blood or turn the water in the lake into like blood. In the Bible, that was Aaron, and in the movie, it was Moses. And I think for the movie, it actually worked better that it was Moses. So yeah, I think even though it's not like 100% to the T, I think the fact that it wasn't 100%, I think it worked for the movie, and it being like over 90% accurate, that by itself, honestly, is very surprising, and I really like that. It's like this is definitely a story that kids could definitely see in the movie at least, and they could definitely learn like the gist of the story, and I think that's very good. That's very good. I kind of wish I saw this movie as a kid, but I guess it just never came to me or something. It's nice that it was accurate to like the original story. It did like a couple of its own things, but overall, I think it still delivered an amazing movie. Another thing that really surprised me while watching the movie was the fact that the movie gets dark, especially when God smites the firstborn of Egypt. That was some very dark stuff. I didn't think the movie was actually gonna go that level of darkness, because when it happens, it's just complete silence. There's no sound. There's nothing. It's just like you're there and you just hear like the wind. You hear all these things, and like you see like the firstborn being killed. It's like, wow, that's dark. And when they show Pharaoh and his putting the cloth for his son, that was dark too. Like, that was very dark. I didn't expect to see like a dead child in this movie, and that surprised me. And honestly, I'm glad they kind of showed it as it happened in the Bible, so they had to have done it here. So yeah, I'm glad they didn't skip over it. But honestly, yeah, it surprised me just how dark they went with it. I didn't know it was gonna be that dark. I was actually just sitting there like, wow, like this is dark, and like yeah. But overall, yeah, I'm glad they did it because it works, and it happened in the Bible, and yeah, it is great that it happened because it adds a level of darkness to the movie that is not just completely like a childless movie. It's not like a movie that you turn your brain off or something. It's a movie that you actually enjoy, you pay attention to, and like, it's actually a smart movie. It's not like a dumb kids movie. It's actually a very like well written. It's very well acted, and like all that. The animation is beautiful, and like it gets dark at times, which is something not a lot of movies today do. A lot of movies today don't really go that dark. So yeah, overall, yeah, I think that's something that surprised me, just how dark it got. Like, I really did not expect it to get that dark. Another thing I really liked was also the relationship between Moses and Pharaoh. Now, in the Bible, I don't remember correctly if that's true, if they're brothers or not, or like they were raised together in that level. Like, Pharaoh like loves Moses like a brother. I don't remember in the Bible if that was true or not. But I think for the movie, it really works as you get to see the relationship between Pharaoh and Moses go astray, and like them seeing like how they start hating each other, especially Pharaoh. I think that was very well done, and like yeah, honestly, I was kind of sad in the end. Like, yeah, the way they split up, and like that's kind of sad actually. Like, that was kind of sad. But yeah, overall, the relationship was very well done. As they're brothers from the beginning, and then they go astray towards the end, and all the things that happen between them. Yeah, that it was kind of sad seeing two brothers split like that. And yeah, now again, I don't remember in the Bible if they were that close, but in the movie, I think it works. It adds a little bit more emotion in the movie. So yeah, that's something that really surprised me. Also, this movie actually just surprised me. But yeah, it's something that overall, this movie, yeah, this great movie, and this relationship between Moses and Pharaoh was very well done. Another thing, the animation. The animation. This movie is almost like what, almost 30 years old, and the animation is just beautiful. Like it's like so beautiful. It could legit come out this year, and it will still look good. Like that's how great it is. Especially when Moses splits the Red Seas, just a whole beautiful sequence, like a whole beautiful scene. Like everything's just so beautiful in that scene. And when Moses speaks to God in the burning bush, again, beautiful scene, beautiful animation. Honestly, those two right there are probably my favorite scenes in the whole movie. And also when God throws all the plagues and like all the frogs and the plagues that he throws at Egypt. I think that those three scenes right there, or like those three sequences in the movie, are definitely my favorite ones. I think those three scenes are my favorite ones. As Moses playing the Red Sea, which was beautiful, and Moses talking to God in the burning bush was just, I don't know why, but you just feel like, I don't know, you kind of like put yourself in Moses' shoe in a way. Well, I kind of did, and you kind of just how in awe we would be in God's presence, and just how mighty and powerful and holy He is, and how we wouldn't really understand. We can't really understand God because God is beyond our knowledge. He is beyond our understanding. So like you wouldn't really know what to do. You would just kind of like kneel and you would just try maybe see if it's just actually just in your head, if you're not going crazy. But yeah, the scene was beautiful, and God, the way He talks, you just like you feel that presence of like authority and power, and I think that was very well done. And again, the scene with all the plagues are also very beautiful. Like just movie was actually very beautiful. It's a beautiful movie. It's a beautiful story. For me, it's a 9 out of 10 movie. I would give it a 10, but I do think at times the movie feels a bit fast. Like it feels like it rushes a little bit. But overall, I think it's a great movie. So if you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch it. And whether you believe in the stories to be true or not, I think overall it will still give you a great experience. This movie is so good, it actually surprised me to learn the fact that this movie actually flopped at the box office. It's actually like surprising to me. I actually thought it would have made way more money, but the fact that it kind of flopped is kind of sad because watching this movie in theaters, especially when he splits the Red Sea, that would have been something else. Like that would have been incredible. Watching that on the big screen, that would have been amazing. I don't know why this movie flopped, but yeah, it sucks that kind of did flop. But you know, I'm glad we still have it, and glad that it's getting a lot of attention nowadays, and that people go back to it and say that yeah, this movie was great. Whether it be someone from their childhood or somebody who's watching it for the first time, that yeah, this is a great movie. Another thing I really like was the arc that Moses goes through in the movie, like how he starts off as this like confident, like selfish king or prince, and then how he like realizes the fact that the slaves are his people, and then he kind of like goes away, and then like some time passes, and then like he goes back because God called him to, and he called him to free his people. And I think that was really good, and how we see Moses grow as a person. I think for me, Moses is definitely my top 3 stories I've read so far in the Bible. I'm not done finished. I haven't finished the Bible yet, but I think for me, the top 3 stories I've read so far are definitely Moses, David, and Joseph. I think for me, these stories are just my favorite ones so far. Maybe it's because, like, as a kid, I think Moses and David's story were the ones I read about the most. Joseph, I just started about this year, and I think his story is definitely one of my favorite ones. But yeah, I think going back to Moses though, Moses was a really like, yeah, in the movie, yeah, he goes through a great character arc, and he's just like, yeah, especially when God calls to him, and like he kind of doesn't believe that he's the right choice. I feel like that relates to a lot of us, that we feel like we're not worthy or like we're not good enough. But yeah, I think God calls all of us and like on a specific mission, and I believe that all of us will complete it if we just listen to Him. But yeah, overall though, the movie again, I think was very well made. I think they did the Moses story justice, and like it's probably the best story on Moses we've seen on film. I know there's the Ten Commandments movie. I haven't not seen that one yet. I do plan to one day. I'll come back and review it. Maybe I'll compare this one and this one. But to be fair, that one, I think that one like goes through like way more than this one did, because that movie's like almost 4 hours long, and this one's only like barely 2 hours. But yeah, overall, this movie was great, and how they did Moses, and it was also really good. This movie was great, and yeah, I can't recommend it enough. It's really good. you're a Christian or not, I feel like this story could definitely impact you, and it's definitely a good way to get knowledge of the Bible and get knowledge of the stuff that happens. But yeah, this movie was great. And if you're not a Christian and you do see this movie and it really does impact you, I would recommend reading the Bible and read the original, like all the stories and everything that happened in it, and just keep an open mind and like keep an open mind on the fact that this might actually be real. Now I believe it's real, but if you read it and you keep an open eye on the fact that this happened, I feel like it could definitely change your life a lot more. And if you open your heart and you open your mind to Christ, your life will completely change. I can promise you that. But yeah, overall, this movie was great. I'm gonna give this movie again a 9 out of 10. This is the first Christian movie I'm gonna review on this channel. I have a couple more I wanna watch, and maybe I'll rank it. Maybe I'll rank them in like a list of my top favorites ones. But overall, yeah, this ain't gonna be the last one. I have a lot of movies to watch of Christian movies, whether it be like faith movies or stories based on the Bible or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna watch them and I'm gonna rank them. Why? Well, I'm a Christian and I really want to get well more into the stories, and I really want to develop my relationship with God and Christ, and I want to get more knowledgeable, and also just watching the stories play out in in a picture other than just reading. I think it helps me understand a little bit more. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you.